Guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only champion spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at this green goblin-looking bastard, Mr. Abyssal. Yeah, he's a really cute little demon guy, and surprisingly enough, kind of terrible early on in the game. And then once you build him and get him in some serious gear, he's actually kind of fun to play with. And he can be a really good campaign farmer if you have the correct stuff on him. Now, you can do some different builds with him. Right now, I'm going to go over the one that we have. It is I guess you could say, a higher level build. So don't think this is something you're going to be able to do right away if you just started the game. Very rarely do I actually say that. Most of the time, I'm in pretty, basic gear, stuff that you can easily craft in the early months. But this is kind of a little bit of a later game build, so just know that ahead of time going into this. All right, so let's look at him and what he does. So he's got an A1. He attacks all enemies, has a 15% chance of placing block buffs debuff for 2 turns. So once again, it's okay. It's actually really good for the faction crypts because you get those Valkyries and he can block buffs on all of them. So that's kind of nice, actually. They can't do the stupid their counterattack thing. So that's actually a really good skill to have on your A1, especially when it's an AoE. All right, then we've got heals all allies by 15% of their max HP. Once again, it's a good skill. It heals, it keeps you guys alive, and that's all that matters. And then he places an increased defense buff and a 25% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is also really good. This is the kind of stuff that gets you through faction crypts. Even though it's like a low-end version of it, it's going to help because 30% defense and a 25% increased attack buff is really good when you have no buffs. So when you're trying to beat something with 0 buffs, having a buff is good. And that's it. He's really simple. He's got an AoE, a heal, and he's got increased attack and defense. Very simple kit. He kind of reminds me in a way of what's his name? Apothecary. It's like such a simple kit, but you know what? It does the job. He also has an aura, which increases ally speed and faction crypts by 16%, so that's actually really good too. You get to go a little bit faster. We have him in the Miracle Heal Blessing. Do you need this for what we really use him for? Not really. I'm considering maybe using him in some of the Hydra contents, but we haven't really, tried it out yet. So it is something that you could conceivably use him for, which is why we have him on that to just to heal the destroy HP. Otherwise, if you're going to just campaign farm with him and just kind of hang out with him, just throw him in Phantom Touch. All right, Masteries. These are the ones that we have right now. So we basically went down offense into War Master. We want him to do a little bit more damage based on HP because why not? And then we have some support stuff so that he can heal. It makes his heal at least reasonable because if you don't have these skills, his heal is going to be kind of lackluster at best. We do have a 30% chance of increasing turn meter when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expired. Basically, getting him back into that whole healing thing. We have the 5% chance of reducing a cooldown. We just want him to be able to get to use his skills as many times as possible, even though he's mainly just going to be using his A1 and damaging the crap out of everything. All right, let's look at his total stats. All right. Boom. So he's got 46,000 HP. He's a mixed bag on attack and defense. I'd probably level up his attack a little more if you're going to use him as campaign farmer because he's still a little off even how I have him set up. So 28 fit 43 on attack. He's got 2186 defense. He's got 224 speed. We want him to be fast as hell. That's basically a really big thing. His crit rate is 106. His crit damage is 158. Resistance is 223 and accuracy is 105. Now, if you didn't notice, the block buffs thing is probably super important. So honestly, what I would do is reverse what I have going on right here and maybe get his resistance a little bit lower and increase his accuracy for that block buffs. Now, I think we have a resistance banner on him, and that's not because we wanted a resistance banner on him. That is because we wanted to complete his set. And what set is that? Well, it's Slayer. So we have a full 9-piece Slayer set on this little guy, okay? Why did we do that? Because it gives him more crit damage, more speed. It fills his champion's turn meter by 5% per hit on each enemy for AoE attacks, which is great because his A1 is an AoE attack. It's actually his only attack. So he's only going to be filling his turn meter. He's got a 10% crit rate. He's got ignore 30% of enemy defense when using AoE skills. Woo, what a good skill for that, right? 15% crit damage, more speed, and then he has a 30% chance to deal additional AoE damage based on the damage dealt by AoE skills. So that's why I'm saying this is a higher end build. We've got him in a full Slayer set. So that's kind of rough to do early on. You might be able to at least get a 6-person set, a 6-piece set on him if you get lucky. If you get into the city, but like I said, if this is your first month, honestly, just put him in speed and attack. Like that's it. Speed, attack, get his crit rate. These stats can be gotten. All right. This isn't an insane build, so you can get these stats. The stats are what matters, right? And yeah, if you want to put him in lifesteal so he can campaign farm, if you want to put him into crit damage, you could put him in a whole bunch of different sets. There's like out of all these sets, I mean, offense if you're low end, speed works, crit rate if you don't have enough crit rate, crit damage works, accuracy could work. Honestly, a lot of these, lifesteal, many of these sets are going to be fine for him. Let's see what else. Relentless, I don't think relentless is great. Savage could work. Anything that's going to make him do a little more damage, or you can just build him out totally defensive and hope for his heal to be great. That's it. All right, so let's take a look at him and what he does. So basically, what I essentially built him for was campaign farming. We don't use him for it, but oh, we're in the wrong thing. The reason we did that was because it was fun. Like that was it. That's the only reason I did it. I wanted to build him kind of like where he would be able to just kill waves. All right, so this is the setup. We actually put them together just a few minutes ago, so I don't have to do it on the video. And if you go into team setup, the only thing that's different here, where I forgot he's all the way at the bottom. We have to scroll. All right, so the only thing here you have to change is that we don't want him to do anything else but kill. So we took off his heal and his defense on all 3 rounds. See, all of them gone. Totally done. So he's only going to be using AoEs the entire time. All right, so let's see what he can do. Campaign Farm 101 with Mr. Abyssal. Oh, look at that. See, sometimes he's going to miss it. That's why I was saying you might want to just put him in more attack. He's missed again. But either way, you're looking at about a 10-second runish. If he can kill everything fast, see, 10 seconds. We'll do a replay on that because these go fast. Sometimes he'll kill him in one run. Sometimes he won't. He always misses, but he's never going to get. He's always going to get a second hit. Is essentially the good news. So it's never going to be like one of those situations where, oh, I missed my AoE, so now I have to, waste my time with some other skill. You're never going to have to waste your time with other skills. See, sometimes he does it. He really just needs a little more crit damage to make this perfectly effective. Look at that. Boom, he did it every single time. Sometimes that happens. So yeah, a little bit more crit damage and attack might be useful on him. Getting him into like that 3,500 range probably would do the trick. But yeah, that's essentially it. You could use him for this, and you don't even need the Slayer set. You just put him into Phantom Touch. Like I said, I don't have him on Phantom Touch right now. So if you put Phantom Touch on him and you give him a little more attack, around 3,000 to 3,500, he'll be able to do this no problem and whoop some butt. All right, but that speed is important, so make sure you have speed. Let's go check him out into the arena. He's not going to do that great in arena only because his resistance is kind of low. Oh, that's right. We get free stuff. Are you excited, guys? You want to see what we got? I'll do it. I'll do it on this video. I don't care. Look at that. We got some free stuff. All right, so let's battle it out and see what we can do here. Refresh the list. Who can we fight that's not going to kick our butts with this guy? He is not meant for this. All right. And let's go in here. Why not? We will use. She's kind of important for that turn meter drop, but she's also really good. So we're just going to take her out, and we'll bring Abyssal in. This is not a good idea. What we're doing right now. This is a terrible idea. Where is he? It is so hard to find heroes now because my eyesight is terrible. He's gonna be around here somewhere. I'm passing him 100 times. He's got to be in this area. He's towards the bottom. There he is. Boom. All right. So let's see what we can do. We're not going to auto this just because I know it's going to go terrible. We don't need his attack up for this because we have Arbiter, so that's not needed. All right. Now let's see if he can actually help us. So the first thing we're going to do is just maybe hopefully block buffs. His accuracy is really low, so he's probably going to miss that. Yep, say not surprising. But he did hit everyone. We froze people. We're going to kill people. This guy's annoying, so we're going to kill Kale because he's the only one that can actually damage us. We'll use this so maybe we can do some damage. There we go. And he's got a veil, so let's just use this. Boom. Oh, nope, nope. All right, so let's see. What's he going to do? Oh, he got a kill. Let's look at that. Let's see if he's going to dodge this. There we go. All right, so they're dead. Now, how much damage did he do? Now, they are 300. They have a lot of resist. I think he might have put a little too much into resist, guys. All right, so we have 100,000 on him. But look at this, 57,000 on Abyssal. That's not terrible considering Yannicka didn't get any turns. But he still did more than Yannicka. So let's see if there's another team that we can maybe mess with. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, he is not the reason we won that fight. Obviously, Yakarl is a much better arena battler, but if you have the block buffs thing, that could be useful against some teams. This is another one that might be pretty bad. Yeah, we'll do this one. We'll mess with this guy. We'll see if we get killed. I like trying this. It's fun. We get to see Abyssal at least try, right? He's a try-hard hero. And the other thing that's kind of bad is that he's defensive. So yeah, no resist. Um, he's defensive, so really that attack up doesn't really help us. I don't know what she does. I know he's annoying, but we're gonna try and kill her because we have the correct. There you go. All right, we do have our thing. We're gonna use this. All right, cool. And maybe we'll slow her down a second. Even though I know this guy can probably kill my whole team in one shot, but now AoE, boom. Look, he gets a kill every time though, so it's not like it's not a bad thing. You could easily choose anyone else for this, but yeah, would I use him here? No, but I mean, there we go. Now Yannicka finally got her revenge. 57 versus 33. He's not going to put up a lot of damage. If you are going to use him in the arena, honestly, it's a bad idea, first of all. But the other thing is if you're going to use him just for the block buffs, yeah, just stack accuracy and attack on him, or stack accuracy and defense on him if you only care about that. Just go full accuracy. All right, where would I use him? Honestly, you can use him anywhere. He's honestly one of those heroes that is just kind of he's good wherever you put him because he has the skills you need to win. So we'll go into stage 20 here real quick. We're not going to use any of these guys. Now, you're going to want to use people who can keep you alive. So now Abyssal is going to be what? He's attack up. He can't be good for the lead. So he's got attack up, he's got defense up. All right, so we're not going to bring in anyone who has those things if we don't need them. Obviously, Apothecary is going to be a healer. These two are basically your damage dealers at this point. I mean, is he going to be enough for that? I don't know. So now what we need here is a defense down if we want to make it faster and if we want survivability. I mean, we do have him with heals and we have him with heals. So maybe someone who can do some other stuff. Otherwise, I would say maybe a crowd control hero would be good here. Uh, I mean, possibly even him, right? Defense in dungeons. Like, why not? We'll try it. Start. We're going to do a super raid. I don't know if this team's going to work, guys. So we're about to find out. I want to see if he can keep everyone alive with our team. All right. So now we've got defense downs. We've got attacks. He froze a couple heroes, which is good. Now he's going to get extra attacks, which is nice. All right. We got our counter. So he's just going to keep getting attacks. Question is it enough? Because we don't have a reviver here. So if someone dies, it's over. So I don't think this is going to work. We're going to find out. Oh, he got a heal. So that's good. So really, it's the crowd control that we need to make work here. We've got defense up. Luckily, we also have a provoke, which is nice, see, and we have that freeze. Now, the question is it going to help? Is it going to work in our second round? For those of you who thought Greybeard wasn't good. He's honestly the only reason that Kale just stayed alive. Because he had that defense up. Like, Kale is very fragile. Ooh, look at that. Oh, he wasted his counterattack. That's not good. Oh, he died. Look at that. That's sad. I mean, honestly, I'm more worried about the waves in this fight than I am the boss. Now, we don't have anything that can remove debuffs. There we go. We got some block buffs, so no one can get some attack up. That's good. All right, it's one down. Would this work in... I don't think this would work in some of the fights just because it would be very difficult to kill some of the enemies. So that's why we're only doing stage 20. Even this is a little bit rough for this team, but... we'll see. But you're seeing him getting a lot of hits in because he gets non-stop attacks. And he's fast. Boom, boom. Look at all that. He's a wave killer. I don't know if I would call him a killer. He's a wave herder. He's a good wave killer. No, he's not a good killer. He's okay. He does enough damage. Now he's going to essentially be useless for this fight. Maybe he'll do some damage, but he's basically just going to be there for the attack up, defense up, and the heal. That's it. He's going to be the secondary healer. And you've got Petrify and you've got Mr. Kale as your main DPS. So really the defense up is hopefully enough to keep us from getting murderized when he uses that big attack. Oh, he used the counter. Well, actually, the poison went off, so it got the shield down. So they actually did get the shield down. That's not bad. Everyone's still alive. We've got our turn meter boost, right? I mean, this is going reasonably well. It's still early in the fight. Halfway through the dragon is a good time to be like, I don't know what's going to happen. And let's see what I mean. He starts doing some crazy damage. So if you guys aren't doing as much damage as this team is currently doing, yeah, if this fight goes too long, you may end up getting poisoned and killed. And if that's the case, honestly, just bring someone who can do shields or who can remove debuffs. I mean, Valerie can work. She can do a one-turn drop. Wow, that went fast. I forgot they have all those poisons and stuff and all the other crap. Will they get the shield down? Probably not. I'm not hopeful unless Kale gets his 4 hit. Or look at that. Boom, dead. Look at that. 3 minutes and 16 seconds. So he did 600K. He's better than Apothecary. He is not better than Kale and Petrify, so he's not going to be a damage dealer. Okay, so don't think he is going to be a damage dealer, but he is good to keep your team alive. He has the defense up, he has the attack up, and that's really what he did. He beat Graybeard, which is fine because Graybeard is a tank. He does, counter, he does freezes. That's all he's there for. He's there to stay alive and take some hits, and that's exactly what he did. He did a great job of it. So honestly, the only thing that could go wrong with this team specifically is if Kale dies, because then that slows the fight down. I honestly think that these guys could handle it just because they can stay alive, but I don't think the fight would end well because the dragon would eventually just overpower you with time and that shield. So he would eventually kill you in one hit. So I don't know if the time, it depends on how strong they are. But yeah, I would definitely say that Abyssal is good for dungeons. Obviously, he did really well here. He can keep you alive. He can keep you safe. He just can't remove debuffs. So that's his only like real downfall there, is that that's not going to happen. I mean, I can't really think of any other specific place that he would definitely be used. He's really just there as a backup healer and attack up if you don't have one. He's a great hero for that kind of stuff. I wouldn't really use him in Fire Knight, obviously, because that's, you want heroes that have more hits, like Apothecary is obviously going to be way better. He has a 3-hitter on his A1, so I wouldn't really bring him into the Fire Knight. Dragon's Lair is fine. Spider, I mean, he's got an AoE, so you would think he's inherently good for it. I don't know if it's something I would choose him for. I mean, let's see. Let's pull out some AoE here hitters. This is what, stage 10? All right, so we'll bring him in. I wonder, I'm just curious. Let's just see something. I'm curious. Is this the correct affinity or is this the negative affinity? I didn't even look. We're about to find out. Now he does heal himself, which is kind of nice, right? This is something I've never even thought to do, by the way. I was like, maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. Question is, can he stay alive long enough? Because he does have a heal, but he shouldn't use it too much, to be honest. His attack up is actually a waste. He should always AoE. Probably be his best bet. So in lifesteal, could this work? I mean, you're seeing that it's working without lifesteal, so I'd probably say yes. He could be used as a tank for Spider. This is something that you could conceivably use him for. I mean, look at this. He's doing it himself. Mr. Abyssal is just like, you know what? We don't need your stinky spiders. But remember, speed is a big thing here. You're going to need him to be fast. So I'm not even that fast. I'm 224 right now. So he could easily be faster. I'm not going to lie. I really didn't think this is what we were going to be doing today. And honestly, I would put him in lifesteal and just take away all his other skills. No attack up, no defense up. Literally just keep healing and using AoEs. That's what I would do here if I was going to use him as a spider killer. This is actually very surprising. I was curious to see if this would actually work. But even though he might lose this fight, he's he's doing a really good job. Like, I'm seeing that you'd have to build him for the fight because now he's going to waste. See what I mean? He's wasting his skills when he should be doing AOE's, and that'll also slow down the spiders because then he'll always get that turn. Boss would actually probably be dead right now if we did that. Oh, he killed him right before the heal. Good job. Like, I actually would consider just pausing it real quick and trying it again with the attack. I feel like this fight would be so much faster. This is very interesting to see. He doesn't have any. He only has his heal. That's it. Otherwise, he's going to use it, which is a waste because then he's just going to get hit by the spiders, which is why I'm saying like more attack would be good on him. All right, he's got to kill him before the. He needs an attack before. Okay, good. We're not going to heal. That's what mattered. The heal was the problem. There we go. Nice smackdown. He's going to heal. Waste of time. All right, maybe one more. Maybe one more. There we go. Look at that. He can beat spiders down. Look at that. 2 million damage. 2.8 actually. So this is kind of fun. All right, I have one more thing. We're going to try that one more time. I want to edit the team setup. We're going to do this, okay? Because that way we have the extra stuff, and then we're going to pull these guys out. I don't want anybody distracting. So there we go. We're going to use that, right? Team setup. Let's just give it a shot. I want to see what happens if he uses his AoE the entire time. Zero other things. Nothing else. I want to see if that speeds the fight up or if it hurts him. He's just going to constantly attack. We'll see if it makes a difference or if having the extra attack power was good. I mean, every time he's going to get a turn. So yeah, for this, I would 100% put Phantom Touch on if I was going to do this as a strategy. Now, is this going to work later on? No. I mean, he's not that strong. He's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'll kill every baby spot. I mean, I guess if you had him at like, if you could get him to like 400 speed with lifesteal and Phantom Touch, yeah. I mean, obviously that's a different story because he would just constantly AoE. The Slayer thing is kind of important because it increases his speed, his turn meter. He's also not healing now, so that's also a problem. So he has to kill everything. Like this, the only way this works is if he kills everything. So yeah, lifesteal would definitely be an option here. It looks like it's speeding up the fight, but it's also making it so he dies because he was healing himself. So I guess he's not fast enough as of this second. Lifesteal would have to work, would have to be on for this to work correctly. Otherwise, as you can see, he's going to die. Too much damage and not enough time. All right, so hey, at least we know now, right? We know that the heal is important if you want it to actually work. So we're going to end battle because he's about to get killed. So having more attack only works if you're going to have lifesteal. There you go. Solved problem. So yeah, I mean, he's just a one-off kind of hero. He's not amazing, but he's also not even remotely bad. So yeah, I would say if I'm gonna, like me personally, I'm gonna be looking for that Slayer banner that has accuracy. That's gonna be the thing I want. However, having the 9 piece at this point is more beneficial to my account than having the accuracy. But like I said, put that accuracy on him. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. This guy is kind of fun. He's actually surprisingly good. I didn't realize how fun he was until we got him maxed and put him in Slayer. So yeah, if you don't have a Slayer set, he's not going to be as fun. I hate to rain on the parade, but he is still going to be good if you can get his speed up or put him in lifesteal. You can do some fun stuff with him, and I think you're going to really enjoy him. And he's kind of a cool looking hero. I mean, little weird, kind of wrong turn meets the Predator. I don't the new wrong turn, the guys that wear like the bone helmets. So yeah, it's kind of like or more like Prey. There you go, like Prey. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you guys have any ways that you use him or specific ways that you go about doing things with him, feel free to put a comment below on how you made him awesome. I think he's great. And also make sure you like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. We do a live show every single week. And if you want to become a member, you can for $1.99 a month. And you basically get a video every week and you get early access. So early access and some emojis. It's fun. My little art that you get to show everyone that you have. All right. So yeah, this is Abyssal, the fiery hell demon who's green for some reason. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys care.